So 20 time, we got two things left. We got the product and the presentation. We'll actually go over the presentation first because you guys have done presentations in this class before. So the rubric is pretty straightforward. You guys got to have presentation notes, just like, because you're not going to be reading off. If you read off and look at the board and just read what you have on your PowerPoint or your Google Slides, you're going to do horrible on this. All right, have note cards, have a clipboard with your notes on it. You know, don't just be looking at the board. You got body posture, eye contact, the time. I'm only giving you 4.5 to 5 minutes. If you go beyond 5 minutes, I will stop you with whatever you're at. I don't care if you're in the middle of a sentence. You're only allowed 5 minutes. Now, I know some of you guys are probably like, oh man, 5 minutes is a lot. It's not. A lot of you guys are going to be really mad because you won't be able to fit everything you want into 5 minutes. Think about it. We've been doing this for like 10, 11 weeks now. You only have 5 minutes to talk about everything that happened. All right, I'm assuming the guys that were doing the quads, you guys probably could talk 5 minutes of just when you guys were writing, you know, but you got to do your whole synopsis of everything in 5 minutes, which is pretty crazy. Then you guys are going to get presentation points, productivity points, same as usual for those last two. You can do it on Google Slides, on Prezi. It just has to be it. Now, here's some requirements that you guys need to write down. You can only have 4 bullets per slide. So 4 bullets per slide. And you can only have 5 words per bullet. So 4 bullets per slide, 5 words per bullet. That's only 20 words. If you have like paragraphs up here, we do not want to read it. We do not care. All right, if you want to look up there, see your bullets, then look you. You need to be the center of the presentation. It's all about you. We started on day 1 with you ranting about your stuff. This presentation is all about you, not this presentation, the actual Google Slides. That's just to help you guys out, throw some graphics up there, throw some key points. But the real person we want to be looking at is you, the whole 4.5, 5 minutes. That's what we want to hear about, is what you did. So it should be pretty easy because you've been engrossed in it for 11 weeks now, or 10 weeks.
So is this just for you or you and your partner?
Oh, I'm sorry. You and your partner together. So, yeah. For the people that work in partnerships, yes, 5 minutes is going to be the total for yours as well. Which should be easy, even easier for my groups of 2 because then you're essentially only talking for 2.5 minutes at top. So that should be pretty easy. Something a little bit, I wouldn't say harder, but you guys also have to do, because some people might have already done this. So you guys are going to make something physical or electronic to pass on to other people to help them. One, you're going to make a small Google Doc, and it's going to have, why is it helpful? Who does it help? How is it going to be changed? When it was or it can be completed. And you're going to build something. It's hard because there's no real avenue for me to say, oh, you have to do this, this, and this. You can do anything physical and or electronic and give it to us as your product. And the thing is, there's so many opportunities, I can't even just say, oh, do it this way, do it that way. I'll give you 2 examples, though. Greg and Hunter Gilbert last year, they did a YouTube video on how to make a YouTube video. Because their whole project was, hey, we're going to do book reviews, we're going to put them on YouTube, we're going to get all these hits. They literally had, I think, 3 hits the whole time. So their whole product was really funny because they made a YouTube video about how to get people to watch your YouTube videos. And it was the funniest thing ever. They're like, yep, you got to have, and they said it, and cats came up. And they're like, yep, if you really want a good presentation, you have to have, and cats popped up. Cats, because, like, literally, if you want people to watch it, throw cats in the thumbnail or throw cats in the original, and somebody's going to watch it. Maybe they don't watch the whole thing, but it was just really funny because it was totally outside the range of what they did before. Another people, last year they did volleyball workouts, pre-season. So all they did was made a binder and printed out their volleyball workouts that they had and handed it in. So those are two crazy wide variations of it. But there's literally thousands of things you could do to make somebody or help somebody with the product. It's you know, right off the top of my head, I'm thinking for the guys that did the quads, they could do like a review or a checklist or a buyer's guide or a buyer's pamphlet to hand out to people. Hey, if you want to do this, here's a pamphlet. These are the best quads to buy for if you're doing X, Y, and Z. Right off the top of my head, that's what I can see for these guys with quads. Any overall general questions about this? Because I know you guys are going to have specific questions. I'm going to come around and help everybody. But any overall general questions? Yes, sir. Ah, excellent question. You guys get next week's work on it. You guys have it due in 2 Fridays. So you have everything due in 2 Fridays. Obviously, AC is going to be important for you guys to use after school to do it. So yeah, you guys got 2 weeks. Following those 2 weeks, that's when we're going to start the actual presentations. And it's totally random. It's whoever's, and there's not going to be a person who says, oh, I need a person. So I'm just going to pull whoever's presentation comes up first. That's who's going to do it. So don't be like, oh, I want to go first, I want to go second. It's totally random, so nobody has an advantage over anybody else. But that's the 20-cent product and presentation.